Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock, and we are here for the 3-point preview for Manchester United against Derby County in the FA Cup 5th round at Pride Park. Alex is here as well. You're my stat machine.
I am. Well, got a couple here.
Got a couple of bits to talk about. We've got a few things to talk about.
Yeah.
First of all, Wayne Rooney's Derby County.
I know, yeah.
What do you think of that as a little quote, as
a bit weird,
overused bit of spiel?
It's just a bit weird, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Like
also, what do we think of the fact that he looks like... Do you remember that Nike advert before the World Cup where it was like a sort of ghost of Christmas future where he came out of that caravan? He looks like that in real life now.
He's just not that fat yet.
We haven't seen him in a dirty vest. Not that I'd like to, but that's what he's wearing on that video, isn't he? But yeah, it's an interesting game, and the Rooney element is only one reason why it's interesting. The other reason is because it's kind of gone along with a recent run of this is so stupid to say this. Relatively good form and relatively favourable ties in competitions.
Yeah, because usually we get properly.
Well, we've got Wolves last round, which was pretty tough, but we've had Tranmere, we've had Bruges, we've had Lask to come up as well.
Well, last year we got knocked out.
Last year
we got knocked out in this stage, I believe,
by Wolves,
and we went Chelsea, Arsenal, Wolves. Not the best of run of games, is it?
It's annoying, isn't it? I always say this. In World Cup tournaments, in Champions League tournaments, other than like United in 99, generally you aren't going to beat 3 really good teams and then win a final. It's so hard to do.
You're going to have one. You're going to have one here and there.
One or two good teams. But really, if you want to get to a final,
and that's what's kind of... I mean, there was that stat about City, how the draws they were getting for a while, which was just
absolutely ludicrous.
Like, the highest they played Tottenham last year in the FA Cup, but apart from that, I think every other team was either in the bottom half of it, or were in the lower leagues.
Even in the Champions League, they play Schalke and Shakhtar every year, and then they still went out to Tottenham. So it's not like Anyway, let's not talk about City.
But Wayne Rooney's up for it a bit. He's had a little bit of an interview today with Man United. So they've asked him if he's going to celebrate if he scores. He said, yeah, of course it is. I loved United, but I'm a Derby County player now. I want to win with Derby County for that 90 minutes or 120 minutes. Obviously, I want United to lose, which sounds a bit weird, but it's not.
You know what? I much prefer that to people going, when they score and they're like, oh, what have I done?
Well, that's
it's like you played for him for 6 weeks, you had a trial with him, and you pretend you can't celebrate. If Rooney scores against us, even if it's to beat us, obviously if he scores a consolation goal, I bet he'll get a round of applause from me. If he scores in the 90th minute to beat United, I hope he celebrates. And I won't think any less of him if he does.
Well,
you play football, get over it.
Ronaldo did it as well when he played for Juventus. The first time he did it against Real Madrid, he said, look, I'm going to put my hands up. And especially the situation was in with the nanny sending off and all that kind of stuff. But then when he did it against Juventus, it was a big game for them. They needed to win it, and he scored a quality goal. Of course he's going to celebrate.
Yeah, it does not bother me at all if a former player celebrates.
First thing, though, let's have a quick look at our team.
Let's have a look at our team. So, injuries, hit me with it. What we got?
We've got Pogba and Rashford, obviously the big outs. They're not playing. But the 2 that Ollie confirmed today are probably going to miss are Dan James and Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
That second one worries me. I think people have been unfairly criticising Wan-Bissaka. I know his attacking play isn't incredible, but he has pocketed Raheem Sterling 3 times this season.
We need him.
Raheem Sterling has never scored against United? Or has he scored 1? Something. It's either 1 or 0. He very rarely, if ever, has scored against United.
He wants to be clipped up and put out.
Oh, go for it. I don't care.
He is.
Wan-Bissaka has been so good against Sterling. He had 20 minutes in that first game at the Etihad, in the first league game, where Sterling looked good, and since then he's had him in his pocket for 270 minutes basically.
I think. To be honest, whilst it sounds it, but it does. The way Ollie said it, it says it's a bit of a niggle, and he's going to be out. That's it. It's not going to be anything too bad. He said, "I think they might not make this game," which it makes me seem like he's just said to him, "Look, you're not playing. You're going to be playing at the weekend. It's a big game." Dan James, well, for as much as Dan James hasn't been in a run of form, either he would have been a good option to start this game to give someone a break, and it's an easy person to start in the game if you're not going to play at the weekend.
I think he'd look very good against Derby as well.
He had a great game against City in the first time we played him at the Etihad. And he is a good option on the counter attack. So if we are going to play that kind of football, he's probably going to be in all these. But
against Derby, though, it's like the thing with I don't know if we are going to be playing counter attack against Derby.
No, we're not.
It's a way. I don't know what team we're going to play
because we've not got that many players to start with. Just having someone like Dan James who isn't
I think
a
he'd be a
regular
good player against
starter,
him. Yeah.
would just be like, okay, well, he's just going to play. And he's going to do a job for us this week. He's not a bad person to play in there. He's not going to be... He's not bringing up... Well, we'll look at our team in a second.
In a minute, yeah.
But, he's not... So I think he's more of a miss for this game. Whether he plays at the weekend, I don't know. But I think he does need a break in general, Dan James. I think probably the same with Wan-Bissaka. I think he needs to be taken out. I think Williams, he's dealt with him quite well. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him maybe even play 2 games this week.
Who do we think we're going to see in lieu of Wan-Bissaka then, assuming he doesn't play? Do you think it'll just be as simple as Dallo, or... Shall
we have a look at our team then? Whilst we do it. Adam,
bring in the
get
team,
that team
Adam.
going. There we go.
Look at this.
This is what I've gone for. So it's a bit of a mix of everything because...
I love Chong's picture, by the way, already.
Because, to be honest, looking at it, who we can rest and who we can bring in, it's slim pickings.
It is slim pickings.
So we've gone for Romero in goal. Ollie did say he said, Romero start over De Gea's mistake. It's not a given, of course, but Sergio has done well in the games he's played, definitely, but I have no qualms about playing David in every single game. So, but I think Romero's going to start this one. Romero in goal. I've gone for Dalot at right back. I think we may as well go attacking. We are playing Derby County. Dalot at right back. I don't think Ethan Laird's quite had enough games to warrant the start. Same with Fosu Mensah. Then gone for Bayern Maguire. I think Maguire is going to play every game from now on. I think that's him. I think that's it.
Get him in playing.
Unless we win 9-0 against Lask away from home and then go to the next game and we can properly rest people. That's that.
I think you're dead right in Baye there. I think he's almost
certain
to play.
Certain to
assuming he's fit.
Yeah, and then we've got Brandon Williams in there. The midfield I've gone for, I think McTominay could do with another 90 minutes under his belt. I think he wants to start.
At least another 60 or so.
And I think he wants to keep people like Matic and Fred fresh for the weekend.
Yeah.
So I put James Garner in there. He scored 2 goals on Monday night. Looks in great form. I think this would be a good game to put him in there, especially with who we've got around him. I've also gone for Juan Mata. I think Bruno's going to get another rest. I don't think he's going to start, but would definitely be on the bench because if we are struggling, emergency Bruno, break that glass. Then we've got Chong. I've gone for on the left hand side just because we really are struggling for. It's mad that we've not got any left hand sided players right now. We're struggling.
We're lacking wingers generally.
Yeah. Greenwood on the right and Igalo to start. That gives Martial a break because I don't know whether he got brought back a little bit too soon for Everton. It felt like he did a little bit, because he had that knock in the week and then came in. So I felt like he came back a little bit too soon, but that's what I've gone for. The problem with these cup games is you don't really know.
That could be the right side that you could have got 4 of those right. It could literally be none of those players.
The other option we had was maybe going to 3 at the back, maybe either bring in a Luke Shaw in there and then playing 3 at the back, which would probably mean that someone like Chong gets a rest, I'd say.
Yeah.
Chong and then Garner is... that midfield, it's a tough one. We don't know how fit these players are right now. You don't know whether he needs to give Fred a rest. You don't know whether he needs to give Matic a rest.
Yeah, and McTominay as well, who's come back from injuries, played a few tough games in a row.
You don't know whether he needs another 90 minutes or he needs 30 minutes.
Yeah, or he needs a break, like we saw Baye get a bit of a knock against Chelsea.
So...
it'll be an interesting one.
It's a tough one with it being this.
I think we'll definitely see a Igalo start.
Yeah. People in the comments just saying Angel Gomez. He looked good at the week but I think Mata's going to play. I think we should have a lot of the ball. We're playing against lesser opposition. We should have a lot of the ball. It's a good game for Juan Mata.
I think we might see Angel on the bench. Angel's in the
Angel on the bench, definitely.
Yeah.
So I think this is a lot of it to be...
People saying Laird should play. I would love to see Ethan Laird play.
Yeah.
And I think as well, he's at that sort of point now where, unfortunately for him, assuming Dallo is still ahead of him, he's got a couple of... Wan-Bissaka, who's firmly ahead of him. Dallo, who seems to be ahead of him as well. It's almost like it could be a bit of a good shop window chance for him to maybe get a loan somewhere next season.
Yeah, maybe. I think that might be
just
the case.
because he's in that position where he's probably good enough to be playing for a League One side, maybe even a Championship side.
Got one more. If Twanzebe be fit, if we play a 3 at the back, the 3 at the back is. I think he doesn't know who fit. I think he only trusts Luke Shaw really on that left hand side. I think as someone stepping out of defence.
Yeah,
I think that's his problem at the minute with the back 3. So I think unless he can play Luke Shaw, he can't play Baye, Maguire, Lindelof. I just think that's too defensive. I know it sounds crazy about being defensive back 3, but I don't think there's enough there of people stepping out of the back 3. So I think that he's only going to go for the back 3 if he can put Lindelof there and if he can put Luke Shaw there. People 11 in the comments that has Timbo in there. He's only played 90 minutes. I don't think so. I think he'll probably come off the bench.
Just came back on Monday. I doubt he's going to play. And I think he
Garner,
looks a little bit off the pace.
Garner,
well.
Fred, Bruno, Mata. I don't think Bruno's going to play. I don't think there's a. I don't think he's going to play this game. I think the weekend's affecting this a lot, and as the title says, it's a huge chance for a trophy. So it's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, should we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah.
Obviously, let's have a quick talk about key men. Key men for Derby, Wayne Rooney.
Wayne
Rooney,
doubt about that. I mean, he's missed 14 minutes since he's been back.
Incredible.
Which is crazy considering the age, and he looks very good still. This will be a big test for him against Premier League opposition, though, to see whether he can keep at the pace of it, because that was the one thing when he's playing for United, and especially against Everton, you could see glimpses of brilliance. You could see the quality still there, but he did look a little bit slow to the pace of it also.
And my key man for United is Igalo as well.
Yeah, Igalo.
I hope it'd be great if he could get a goal, maybe even a couple of goals. I think that'd be excellent. I think this is going to be a tougher game than we think. Yeah. But I think it's one of those where you just have to sort of play it, see how it goes. Hopefully we don't take it for granted. We haven't made too many changes there.
No.
And hopefully we can get the game won.
Yeah, and hopefully quarterfinals. What I said, 2 games away from Wembley. It's a big chance.
And I think we need to take this. The problem is, we're in a position in the league where we have to take every game seriously. We're desperate for trophies, and I think Solskjaer in particular is desperate for trophies, to where we have to take every FA Cup game seriously. And the Europas are probably our best chance for, or equal with the FA Cup, the best chance for trophy.
Yeah, I don't think it's like Mourinho's year where it's kind of, this is top 4's no chance. Yeah. Europa League.
It's really literally all.
It's literally for both at the minute. So I think for as long as he can, he'll keep doing this. And whilst we're getting players back, he's going to keep doing this. If we get any more injuries, I think he's going to need to focus on Europa League or the league. I think he's going to need to gamble a bit and start resting players in there. But all depends.
What's your prediction for the game then? Before we wrap up,
I think first goal's a big one. I don't think with a weakened team that we'd be the best to go behind in this game. But I think if we get that first goal, I think it's going to be a 2-0 win.
I'm going to go 3-1, I think, for United. I think we'll get a couple of goals. I think I see Greenwood scoring. Hopefully Mata can look good as well. I think it's going to be one of those where we start off a bit slow, as we tend to do against the sort of smaller sides. And I think as the game goes on, we'll sort of pull away a little bit. 3-1 I'm going for.
Okay.
Right, let us know your predictions in the comments below, and let us know as well what you think to that starting lineup. If you think there's going to be more changes, less changes. It's a tough one to predict, isn't it? This kind of game. You're never quite sure what's in Solskjaer's head. But we're going to be back tomorrow for the build-up for the game. We've got a watch-along as well, and of course the review as always. So thanks very much for joining
me. Mate.
Thanks for joining us at home. See you in a bit.
Bye.